welcome back to my YouTube. I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me some questions because I was going to do a mukbang, which I spelled wrong because I don't understand the internet and I'm dyslexic, and obviously I'm going to spell and get things wrong all the time, aren't I? But I did film it last night and we did have it with a Nando's, but I'm going to save that one. So I thought I would just have my Joe and the Juice with you guys. So you have my sandwich and my ginger shot, and then just go through a few of the questions that you asked me that I haven't already answered. So yeah, that's basically what this is gonna be. I've got my sandwich at the ready, and yeah, there's just gonna be a little Q&A from stuff that you guys have asked me that I'm gonna answer. Alex basically put my ginger shots. I had 2 this morning because I'm, as you can probably hear, in this, and this looks like the biggest load of ginger shots I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through a few. Someone said, why did you not post a pic flexing? Well, you clearly haven't been to my YouTube. I don't know, I guess when I'm in my mirror, or like post gym, you wanna just be like, oh, you know, feeling good and wanna just a little flex. That is a pungent ginger shot right there. How do you get rid of fat between your thighs? This one, I actually haven't had this one for a while because I feel like if you're on my Instagram or your YouTube and stuff, you'll know that I'm very transparent about when people say thigh gap, how do I get a thigh back, how do I get rid of the fat here, and how do I get rid of like hip dips and all these things. Like, we can't control where our fat goes. Can't just like target fat and I can go, excuse me, please, no, go away. Like when I personally lose weight, I tend to lose it off my face and like upper body first. I definitely hold more weight in my legs. That's just like very genetics. It's just genetics. I wouldn't want to worry about it. And it's also like how far your hips are apart. Obviously if you've got wider hips, you're more likely to have a thigh gap. But it's just kind of it's your genetic makeup. I'm 5'3", so I'm a lot smaller and I have quite small like narrow hips. My legs touch. It's very, you know, I have it. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's just everyone's unique. And, you know, if they're just keeping each other company. I'm like, hey guys, how we doing? Good today. Creatine. I don't take any supplements. I personally, I don't even take protein shakes. Occasionally I will. If I use protein, I'll have it in food and recipes, things like that. But I'm very fortunate that I can just kind of get my protein and I just get all my nutrients from food. The vitamins that I do take, I take probiotics. I've just started taking them. So good, really recommend. And then also I take multivits and I take vitamin D every single day. Alex puts it out in the morning for me and I take my vitamin D and multivits every single morning. So yeah, that's what I take. Obviously each their own. Some people, like, if that's what you want to do. I personally don't think I'm like lifting heavy enough or my training needs it either. You know, some people will be like, no, you need it, but I don't. I like just natural, and yeah, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder, so I'm not gonna be taking loads of supplements and things like that. Any fetishes? Oh my gosh, I can't say it. Fetishes. Alex, how do I say fetishes? How do I say like a fetish? Fetishes. A fetish. I think maybe that's...
I'm not sure fetishes is a word.
I don't think it's a word, that's maybe why I can't say it. Okay, good. I have no fetishes. I have no fetishes.
You've got a chocolate fetish.
I've got a chocolate fetish. That I do. Thank you, Alex. I know, it's a worry. Joe and the Juice sandwiches. Have you stayed consistent throughout the years? Oh, see? Talking of which, my vitamin, multivit, my vitamin D. That's literally what I take every day, and Alex puts it out in the morning for me. I went to have it with a ginger shot because I was that with some water. Yeah, how do you stay consistent? I think it's definitely about enjoyment and moving in a way that you enjoy, because I love you. Do you have any fetishes?
Toes.
Definitely not my bag toes. Yeah, it's about enjoyment. You're enjoying something, you're far more likely to stay consistent. I have a very varied exercise routine sometimes. I like to switch it up. I'll do body weight, I'll work out from home, I'll go to the gym, I'll go for a walk, I might do a swim. Like, I do like to have a variety. Within that, obviously, there is consistency of the type of workouts that I'm doing. But yeah, which is why, obviously, if you have my app as well, you will see that within the app. You'll be like, there's just such a variety. Like, I want people to be able to work out for their mood, however they're feeling, and be able to go, oh, do you know what, today I just want to do 10 minutes, I want to do some mobility, I want to do like a 15-minute yoga, I want to do a 20-minute HIIT workout, I want to do like half an hour glutes. Like, that is why the app is structured like it is, because I'm not the only one who sometimes thinks, oh bloody hell, I can't do 5 days a week in the gym. Ooh, that's terrifying. Sometimes the time in life, you want to be able to have the option of being able to move your body in a different way. So that's probably how I stay consistent, and also surrounding yourself with like-minded people. I'm very fortunate with Alex that we are both very much into the same thing. It makes me feel amazing when I work out. I am my best. I am at my best. I am so much more focused. I am so much happier. So yeah, I think that's consistency. Like, bloody hell, sometimes I'm like, and I find it really hard, but that's like having the month, like you pick yourself back up. I think we've got to be like kinder to ourselves, definitely. Women's bodies like fluctuate, and obviously our hormones and everything. So I think, yeah, sometimes, some weeks we're just gonna be like, oh, bugger off, I don't want to do it. Or, do you know what, I just want to have a walk today. Do you know what, I just want to have a stretch today. And that's totally fine. Hello. Mama's here. How did you start as an influencer, and how did you create a team? Basically just started posting. Do you know that I'm filming? Sorry? Instagram, how do I get started? So I just started posting on Instagram. I was posting workout videos right from the get-go because in my head I was like, oh, do you know what? I was embarrassed to start, and at that time not many people were doing it. It was only like, it wasn't a big thing, and I thought, well, at least if I'm posting videos, then my clients or people will be like, oh, fair enough, she's just trying to give like tips. She's not trying to be like an influencer. But I was trying to be an influencer, 100%, set it up as a business move, and I just went at it. I was super consistent. I just didn't stop. Some of my videos went off. It was workout page, what was it called? It was like abs and something. There was a few workout pages with like a million followers, which then was like massive, and they would share quite a lot of my videos, which would then ricochet, and then just like within the industry, you just kind of like meet people, things like that. So yeah, that's kind of how I grew and how I started. Anything though, like you can start something, and if you're just consistent, you might not lead to where exactly you thought, but it will lead to something. Like something will happen, if you're being consistent and trying at something, even if it's not like your account doesn't like blow up, but someone might meet you and go, oh my gosh, you look like an amazing trainer. I'm setting up a studio. I'd love to have you there. Like things like that, you know, because the internet is incredible for that. So, you know, you can start something. It doesn't have to be huge or whatever. It's just, you have to start because, you know, it gives you exposure, and it does give you eyes on you. So I think it's just good to have eyes on you. You never know what can come from it. I work for like this, I had a management big company, and then one of the women who worked there, she went and worked somewhere else, and then when we were starting We Glow, we then hired her, and then another girl as well who I'd met previously and just had like a lovely like vibe and everything, had obviously like experience, things like that. Like I approached her, so it was very kind of like I would approach people with people I already knew, because having people with like very good like morals and things like that was very important. And then the app developers, that was through a recommendation, and then a recommendation again, and then going through like quite a few like different interview processes. We were also speaking to other people in like Poland, and there's so many people who do app development, but we wanted someone in the UK, and we wanted it to be ours, and we wanted them to just be able to be working on We Glow specifically. So that was like very important, and they're lovely, be able to get on with them. Again, it's just kind of like, I feel like it's very important to have a team who all have the same like values and are like driven and want. I had no space. Sorry, so I'll move now. And then we've since then used LinkedIn, and then gone through interview processes, and then when reaching out for trainers, it's a lot of scrolling the internet to find the right people. And then interview processes as well, going through a lot of them, having that connection and etc. It's very important to me, having like the same values. LinkedIn is a great one for hiring. How many years have you been doing sport? Played sport since I can remember. It was like every single sport there was, I played. That's not true, that's a lie. But like, that was available at school growing up. I was always running around, I've always been like pulled out of class, and I'd always be like training and working out. So I played a lot at school, and then had a little break, and then started training again. Why did you get your hair so long? I just had it cut recently, and I'm really sad because I wish I didn't have so much cut off, and I had some like very thin layers put in. I feel like it's thinned my hair a bit, which is very sad because I was actually trying to grow it. I don't dye my hair, so obviously like naturally your hair's gonna be a lot healthier because you're not putting products on it, oil it, get it trimmed a little bit. My mum is very good for that actually. It's trimmed like tiny bit at the ends, like millimeters every like 6 weeks. That would be like the ideal. And then like loads of oil, minimal heat, nice scalp rub, and got you. That's what you need. Go-to runners, New Balance. Really like them. Running trainers, amazing. Gym hairstyles, guys, I'm sorry, I literally do my hair as I'm walking. I don't have hairstyles, I'm very lazy with that, it's very bad actually, I really should try harder. When you see me with my hair in the plaits, that's because my mum's done it for me, and then I literally just whack it up, and then a plait is quite good. So I sit back in a little plait, I feel like that always looks really nice, but yeah, I usually just do a top knot, to be honest. I had to stop overeating and binging, restricting. If you restrict, it's always gonna need you to like craving, or if you label foods as bad. Like I remember doing a YouTube video when I first started. I think I removed it because I was like, oh, I look so weird. But I was like, I don't have a cheat meal because it's not a cheat, it's just food. So I think when you start associating food with, it's just food, it's just like nutrition, it's just, and if you fancy something, i.e. like a sandwich, people are like, what, you have bread? So good, feature film, delicious. And then I'm not then restricting myself, and after this being like, oh my god, I'm thinking about it, what do I want now, and then you purge. It's very hard though, and if you are suffering with that, I would definitely recommend to seek out help. Binging is an eating disorder, and it's not spoken about enough. Yeah, 100%, please reach out to someone to speak about it. It's not a nice thing to go through, because it's a form of self-harm, and yeah, I would definitely recommend that you get it sorted. Speak to a GP, a close family friend. You know, there's a difference between like indulging and, you know, sometimes, and then like doing it as a not good for yourself sort of thing. How did you start making money creating a whole new brand? So I first launched with PDF guides, and obviously the setup of PDF guides, there's really not a lot of money that has to go into making a guide other than creating it, and obviously I create all the content and then just making it look nice. So that's a very cheap way of doing it, and then obviously selling the guides. That money to then, you know, build my app now that I have, and obviously doing like brand deals. That's how I started making money, was from PDFs, and starting a new business. Like this year I've got SEFI and We Glow. Like it's incredibly hard. Yeah, it's tough, and I think social media shows it. I'm like, oh, you know, but it's, yeah, all self-funded as well. I'm risking a lot, but I believe in it so much. I believe that both my brand We Glow is just gonna continue to like empower and help so many women, and the same with SEFI. I know for a fact that, like, for example, the shorts, when people came to the SEFI pop-up, they're like, I've never felt comfortable in shorts. I've tried every single brand and no other shorts fit me. I don't feel comfortable to wear them. All the shorts dig in. These are the only ones that don't. Like things like that to make women feel comfortable to be able to actually finally be able to wear shorts. Like that is SEFI. I think I don't preach about that enough, because I don't want to be like, oh my god, in people's faces. But yeah, it speaks for themselves, and like the more feedback from you guys I'm getting is just incredible. So yeah, I don't know what the question was now, but so I'm gonna finish off because I'm about to finish my sandwich. When you're busy working or trying to be social, how do you make sure you're hitting your workouts? The variety, time blocking, setting yourself a schedule, being ready, not planning around. It's a good bit of advice, isn't it? Yeah, it is the being able to work out from home, like 20 minutes done, going for a walk, walking places. Sometimes it is manic. The week before last, 9 o'clock, I did a workout one day, which I never do. Another day, I just did a 20-minute home workout. Biggest challenge growing up, probably a big challenge was that, my dyslexia. Like pungent, I'd say that was up there. I was making fun of my spelling and things like that, and being like a lower class, because they were like, oh my god, you were in a class with like people like, da, da, da. But then because I always had my sport, I was very fortunate that was like my thing, so I was like, I don't care. Yeah, probably that was always very difficult, like learning, I found hard. Honestly, the amount of questions I got on this as well, saying, can I see your toes? No, you can't see my toes. No, or my feet. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that little, very miniature mukbang and answered some of your questions.